We have basically two different problems that are going on that are both concurrent and related. We talk about the failure of this country, the richest country in the nation, to deal with coronavirus in a fairly efficient manner, in one which mitigates the misery and the suffering that inevitably comes with a pandemic. There's no one who believes that if we had a different president or a different government, there'd be no pandemic. But you look to countries, and obviously we can't be like New Zealand, which hasn't had a new case in 25 days. But when we look to places like Canada and Europe, we're doing a miserable job at this. And part of it is because we have a system in this country that pre-existed the pandemic that is not suited to serving the American public. And it becomes that much clearer in the case of a pandemic where you have an urgent need to deal with these things, both in terms of healthcare and in terms of keeping people from suffering the economic, I guess, second order effects of a pandemic. And we're going to talk to Professor Welp about the structural things. And then the other problem, of course, the most obvious one, at least to people, the one that is clear, that is in our face every day, just returned from Walter Reed Hospital. And to be fair, I mean, I don't know if I really want to be that fair, but it's not just Donald Trump. I mean, it's the whole Republican Party. Donald Trump doesn't do anything without the enablers in the Republican Party. Here's Donald Trump returning from Walter Reed Hospital. First, play the clip first of him ascending the steps of the White House. They want to show that he's healthy, ladies and gentlemen. So instead of going in the back entrance, he walked up the steps. He's going to show everybody that he's healthy. And he gets up to the top of the steps. And here he is. And I don't know if you can see this, but he takes his mask off, of course, because we know how effective that has been. He takes his mask off, and then he basically huffs and puffs for a minute. And then he delivers this, I don't know, speech, inspiring speech to the American public. Here he is. No sound. There we go.
Just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. The doctors, the nurses, the first responders, and I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. We have the best medical equipment. We have the best medicines, all developed recently.
Oh, my God.
And you're going to beat it. I didn't feel so good. And 2 days ago, I could have left 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I felt great, like better than I have in a long time. I said just recently, better than 20 years ago. Don't let it dominate. Don't let it take over your lives. Don't let that happen. We have the greatest country in the world. We're going back. We're going back to work. We're going to be out front. As your leader, I had to do that. I knew there's danger to it, but I had to do it. I stood out front. I led. Okay. Nobody that's a leader would not do what I did. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives. Get out there. Be careful. We have the best medicines in the world, and it all happened very shortly, and they're all getting approved, and the vaccines are coming momentarily. Thank you very much. And Walter Reed, what a group of people. Thank you very much.
Yeah. God knows how long he was on his back after that. I mean, we have other footage of him, breathing in quite a bit. I'll tell you something. If that guy wasn't the president of the United States and he was just on, like he was, I don't know, 5 years ago on television, selling some product and he said those things, I think there would be the potential to sue the guy. I mean, go in and tell people, don't be afraid of it. Go out there, wrestle with it. We got the best healthcare. Well, he's got the best healthcare. He's got government-run healthcare.
You're going to beat it as 200,000+ people have died.
Right. All you 208,000 people, you guys are suckers. You just didn't try hard enough. The other people still sick from it, you guys are suckers. You didn't try hard enough. Why didn't you go to Walter Reed? Why didn't you have a helicopter fly you to one of the top medical facilities in the world, completely free of charge, have a massive team of doctors, get drugs that aren't available except for on an experimental basis, get shot up with a ton of steroids, and then, we'll see where he is in 3 or 4 days. But that's assuming he recovers. Why don't you do that, American public? I mean, oddly enough, Donald Trump has pointed out a structural problem that we have in this country. In a moment, we're going to come back when we talk to Professor Richard Wolff. He's going to outline that structural problem that Donald Trump, I think, inadvertently pointed out. You don't have what he has access to, but that's simply a choice that our society makes.